Hey, welcome back to Skyblock. So today we are going to be taking this thing and moving it. This whole thing is going to go down three or four blocks into the ground. We're going to extend some of it, so this part will run all the way down. We may even move some of it over a bit. We'll have to have a poke and a look at how things below ground work, but yeah. And then once we've got that, we're going to fill in all the furnaces, and hopefully we can then start to get this thing operational. So to start with, I am going to I have a stick, and I'm gonna use like Matica. Oh, hi Waddle, hi no totem. Oh, welcome in. Oh, if I can remember how like Matica works. So first we select one side, and then we select something over here. And then we can use the scroll wheel. Oh, Alt and the scroll wheel to select the whole thing. I think that's everything, and then we want to go up. Oh, make sure we've got everything up. Oh, everything up top. Yep. So that's everything in the box. And then we can go I think it's area editor. Save schematic. Then save. Okay, then we should be able to then load that in. And here it is. So then if we say, let's clear out the selection bit. Let's put it over there, and then we want a stick again. We use control to pan through. Placement. There we go. I think we can then go, yeah. So we just need to line this up with what's here. And then we should be able to move, I think it's Alt. Yeah, and then we can move it down. Now here's a question. Do we want our output chest at the very bottom, or do we want it to be up one? That will mean our furnaces will end up being at this level, because I think probably want them here. No, yeah, I think that's a good... I think that's actually a good spot for them. Okay, so then we can configure this, lock it so it doesn't move. And let's get it out of the way for now. And then unfortunately all of this stuff has to now come down. Okay, that's empty. Let's use that to put our materials. Yeah, Nightbot. I don't know where Nightbot got this weird concept of licking buttons from, but okay, we can. What's the right tool for a hay bale? Sorry, for a target block. It's not an axe or a pickaxe. Is it a hoe or something? Okay. This is all that work to come back down. It was always going to be the way. We were figuring out the mechanisms. Oh wow, that was a lot of stuff. We might need a couple more chests actually. Let's put planks in this one. And everything else in that one. Although oh, here we go. Yeah, we're not going to fit all the planks in that chest. Did we? Okay, we picked some more up. Cool. Okay, more planks in this one. It's fine, as we'll need those to prime the system later. This is going to explode as well, isn't it? Oh no, nothing in that one. Okay. Oh, and I need my food. Okay, so if we bring the schematic back up. Next, I'm thinking we punch a hole in the roof here. Okay. Oh. How did my stream go last night? It went okay. Last night I was poking at Hightower to see if we could find what we could find in terms of mechanics. And we learned a few bits. So we figured out effectively how to get unlimited stone and wood without burning through other resources, limited resources. I learned how to turn structures into mob farms, very slow mob farms. And figured out optimal stuff for growing crops and how to get the most out of that. But yeah, it wasn't. There's no tinkering stuff within Hightower at the moment, so it was never going to be a huge amount. We were never going to be able to build something like this, for instance. But it was good to poke at some stuff and see what we could do. Okay, so that's that cleared out. Now I need to go back to the surface. Yeah, it was good to actually have a proper poke at it, because so far, oh, hang on, what am I doing? Oh. This. Okay, so this is all still spawn proofed. Good. So we'll head over this way, and I think actually first thing we need to do is extend our waterway along with it. Yeah, I'm not convinced by this streaming after work business though. It was it was a lot. Where's the sand over here? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's put that in there. How much ice do we have? Okay, that's not a bad amount. So we're going to need to make sure everything down here lines up. Oh, what am I doing? We have to make sure everything down here lines up a bit. So we will need to extend our iceway. We have to extend our iceway down to here. And then we're going to need to take out the bamboo blocks and bank them in a chest, ready to push into this dropper tower. First things first, let's okay, let's bring that all the way along as far as we can. I think we're gonna have to go and let's see if we can make a bunch more droppers. So that we can then bring that line down to the bottom there. Well, you can see all our items coming in. Oh, no, that's secondary. So that's TNT and bamboo coming out from as a secondary byproduct to the mob farm, and then we can see the sand and the gunpowder and everything else coming up there. So our goal is going to be to take the wood that's coming out of here and channel that into where's cobble? Ah, there it is. Just stone. We need cobble and redstone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, let's go half of that. Okay, so I'm going to have to pillar up and then mine this down. Not with the silk touch pick because that won't help us. We have used all the cobblestone we have over here up. Yeah, no. Yesterday was. Oh, no. My brain has been wired again for Hightower keybinds as opposed to Minecraft ones, which is really annoying. Because the whole time I'm playing Hightower, I'm trying to use the Minecraft ones. Okay. Oh, you can really hear the pistons going from here. It's the shifting floor moves across on the mob farm. Yeah, well, I'm not sure if I want to do all of this now because it's taking a while. I'm sure future me will regret this decision, but that guy's a jerk anyway, so he can suck it. So here we go, we'll get the cobble together. Let's just take a stack of cobble and see how many that gets us. Won't be enough, but I can come back to this later. Oh no, I have a stack and a half. Okay, that might actually do us okay for droppers. Let's see, 13, and there's some over there still. So, oh, okay. That's embarrassing. We did have cobble, it just wasn't in the it was just in the other chest. Okay, yeah, an entire stack of droppers. That should be more than enough. And then let's head back to. Actually, no, we'll go overground. Let's get rid of the like Matica stuff. Okay, so then that was a hologram, not the real world. Before I mine that out, let's switch back to the right pickaxe. Do we have any scaffolding over here? No. Yeah, we'll take some blocks instead. Okay, so next up we want one of these facing, one of these facing up. And then another one facing into it. Okay, and then that's now spawnable. So, do we have a torch handy? We do not. Okay, if we rush back, we can grab some frog lights and we can use that to light things up for now. The last thing we want is a creeper appearing in the middle of everything and blowing things to smithereens. What do we have? Frog lights are here. Okay, let's take these frog lights. do for now. Should keep everything spawn proof. Then we needed observers. More observers than this actually. Let's go make a bunch of those as well. And yeah, by the time this is done, I want it to kind of fit in with these builds as well. So to follow a similar theme. So observer is cobble, which we now know we have, redstone and nether quartz. And it appears my advancements have gone messed up again. I will need to figure out how that keeps happening at some point, as it would be good to actually fill in the advancements, but I mean, we have done a lot of these already. Okay, let's sort our observer out. Sorry, I'll drop a tower up for now. Sorry, there we go. Then it was every other level we want one facing that way. Then where's the note block gone? Note block. Clearing. Have a note. An observer there. Note block on top of that. Oh. Observer facing into the note block. Let's put that back to what it was. Okay. So that's the so this is just to send a signal down. Another block to another one of those. Can we get a route up to the top working here? No, because those are in the way. Okay, we'll open it up at the top a bit more for now. So we've got some access up, and then from here we want a redstone torch, redstone dust, and a solid block. So by having the torch there, the dust there, and then the block there, that should now be pretty much spawn proof. Then we want to we want a clock there. Sticky piston there. Then when that is powered, no, that's gonna break. Where did our server go? So I think think we want we want a comparator. Would a target block work? Let's take the comparators anyway. Block there, we have a comparator, comparator here. To a dust. And then we're going to want a we can go target block, sticky piston there. Okay, and then when this is this block's not there, it turns off. Okay, so that's our this circuit is our sort of call for fuel. So when the smelter needs fuel, this will pump it up the observer tower there. Which means we also need one there, one there. Needs to be there. And then autocrafter goes here. Do we have an autocrafter over here handy? Oh. Why do I do these things to myself? Okay, that's better. Okay, do we have an autocrafter? Yes. So this autocrafter sits at the very bottom here. Other way around. hopper going into that. And then some chests. Where did our chests go? We had a bunch. I'm just being blind, aren't I? That one, or that one. Ah, there they are. So we put that there. We're not going to be able to bank up as much as I was hoping. I was hoping we'd be able to have. No, what we can do is. So we can take the fuel in from three different hoppers. No. We want it to go for a single hopper because the hopper will run at half the speed of the droppers. And that's important because the wood coming in will get turned. Each wood plank will get turned into two. So each wood plank that comes into the system will get turned into. So each bamboo block that comes into the system will get turned into two bamboo planks. So this needs to push up twice as fast as this produces, otherwise it will start spewing wood everywhere. So we're going to rely on the fact that the hoppers are slow. Push the wood up to ensure that the wood gets pushed up to the chest properly. And then we can come. Well. It doesn't actually matter how we lay this out. We can also expand. I guess we could also expand it. Out and put more chests along here. So then we have hoppers into these. Hopper's going that way, and then we'll build some filters. We'll build some filters along here. We'll need a C pickle to go there, so we can align things so it runs over the hoppers properly. But that will give us our wood. These can pick up the wood, fill these chests. These chests will then funnel it into the crafter. When we run out of fuel for the smelters, this will then fire. Crafting will power this, which will power the crafter, pushing an item up. And we'll keep pushing items up the dropper elevator until our chest at the top has the fuel it needs. So that then feeds this chest, and this chest will be our fuel chest, and we'll use that to pull the fuel we need out. And power our smelting needs. So then we need a comparator, we need dust. What else do we need? Repeater. Do I not have? Yes, I was going to say I must have repeaters because we tore this down to rebuild it lower down, right? So I haven't used any, so there must have been a repeater there. Okay, so that into there, one more. There. So that is our fuel. That's our fuel system. The next, then this is our output. So I think okay. So chests. A hopper into that, and then same around this way. One, so we run the hoppers that way, and then we have the ferni. These sit on top of the hoppers. So this hopper line at the bottom pulls the stuff out, pushes it into our output chest. Then on top of these, we're going to want hoppers. Is that all of my hoppers? Okay, we'll have to make some more hoppers. But we have it's coming together now. Next up, let's take slabs and build somewhere for our redstone to go. just the schematic. Okay. Let's put the slabs in here. And that's a full block. Slabs across that. Oh. Okay, we're all spawn proofed here. I am going to go grab a drink quickly, but make sure you're all staying hydrated yourself, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's deal with our lack of hoppers. Yeah, stack of chests, and then we'll go and hopefully we have some iron over this way. Otherwise, we will have to head back to spawn and grab some from the iron farm. Maybe we would actually benefit from a small iron farm over here, but I feel like I was going to build a bigger one. Okay, there's plenty of iron here. I was going to build an iron farm. Yeah, now we're out of iron. I was going to tear down our existing iron farm at some point and build a much bigger one in the future over adjacent to spawn. So potentially it ensures that we still have a reason to be over there. So all of our resources are over here, would never leave the desert. Okay. That's it, and then that is a line of hoppers going down. Let's put, what do we want? We want dust and repeaters, comparators, levers. Can we get the lever we need down here to power this one? I mean, we changed this one up a fair bit actually from what we originally had for the powering of things. Although we didn't actually finish off the clock stuff there, did we? Okay, so that is. Yes, we want. That's that pine place. What are we going to hit? Then that is a slab, and that is a full block comparator or target blocks. Oops. My ankles, my ankles. So that goes there. Stone. Power. Comparator. Target block. Let's take some rails as well. Oh, that's the wrong rail. So it needs to be like that. We need it to curve up. We have another one there. And then, yeah, and then we had a normal rail here. So these will go that way. That also goes that way. So then we have steel slabs, full block, comparator, target block. on there and there. Block, slab, slab. Oh. And then we had detector rail, powered rail. Bad rail. Powered rail there. Okay. This bit is it's going to be a pain until we get the rest of the hoppers in, but we can leave there for now. With that one up like that. Another block. And we need some pistons to prevent our minecarts from going anywhere. Oh. Let me take this out. There we go. Piston there. We will need something here to run a hopper into. Get rid of that. And then a chest on top of that. So we're getting to a point where we're almost there now. That's not actually needed, that one. Okay, so our piston is down now. So now we can put in our chest minecart. there. Block there. Piston. Oh, that is, sorry, that's a slab. It's getting harder to parkour up into the insides of this now. I think I missed some of the redstone there. What are we... What are we missing here? Ah, the minecart itself is going. I think. No. In there. What have we missed here? He's getting weird signals because the chests aren't full. thought we'd finished debugging this. That one, that's the problem. Okay. So now we can put a cart in there. I think that's the brains of the smelter done now. Next up we will need a run of pistons, sorry, of hoppers, and we're gonna need a lot more hoppers. I have 15 here, so that should do. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually, we're going to run all the way across here, I think. So we're going to have to head back to spawn in a second to restock. That's now ended up in here, isn't it? We have lost a power rail somewhere. So if we'd have gone into this, which then would have gone, there we go. Yeah, at least this one's easier, they fall in the top of the, they fall into the hoppers. Okay, so this is going to come out to have a row of 32 hoppers this side. Do we want to rejig this a bit so that these two chests sit above each other? I think that could also be nice. So input and output are sort of stacked a bit. I think that would put it like that. Then we can just extend this along the back, and then we can come in along the back that way as well. Fit the two sets of hoppers in. Have to make make sure that this is reachable. So I guess we would end up with our shell around it looking something. Oh no, that was a pain to put in. Let's put that in. Then the cart back. I wonder if we can also get like a, hey, this is running indicator off of anywhere here as well. I had to put that one into cut signals, didn't I? So we just want to make sure this is spawn proof. Slab on there. Alright, time to head back to spawn for a bit, and we will bring a bunch of iron back with us, and I think while we're there, we'll try and maybe we'll make a couple of stacks of hoppers. Because actually, we're going to need 1, 2, 3. We're probably going to need 3. Yeah, I'll bring 3 stacks of hoppers and some more iron with me. Let's turn the shaders on. There we go, back to spawn. And we will grab we could probably actually do take some cobblestone down with us. Is one of these partially full? Yes. 1, 2, 3 stacks of chests. And then we'll grab a bunch of iron as well. So let's make up our chests. Hoppers, turn the rest of that back into blocks. And we'll head back to the desert. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to move back here once we've finished. With the building. The building down here. I guess over here it's in the east, isn't it? The desert. some reason my brain always orientates this direction to south, but that's not what it is. Oh, we have a sandstorm going, it seems. Cobble. I'm hoping we have enough rails as well, as I'd rather not go and restock those just yet, but we'll see. No, that's droppers. Where are furnaces? Oh, there they are. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. Yeah. We have enough to make this work. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So that's our first run of furnaces in. We have to be careful here because this is a slime chunk, so we don't want to have any spawnable blocks there. Okay. So that is that's our furnaces actually in. Wow, this is this is some big boy smelting setup here, right? So we will be able to smelt an entire stack at once with this setup. Actually, I just made a horribly I just horribly miscalculated how many hoppers we will need. I think. So let's see how far this actually gets us, because we're going to need to put a hopper into the back of each of these furnaces. And then one on top of that for fuel, so... So this is going to be where we deliver our fuel in. So we'll put these into the backs. I just realised I had a axe there to break that all along. Here we go. Let's get. Get those in. Yeah, I don't have enough to turn them all into double chests. We'll have to make a few more chests. Will this be enough? I'm not convinced. Hopefully. No, 2 more. While we're here though, we can drop these hoppers in along the top. These are our fuel supply. Two more chests. Two more hoppers, and okay, that's that bit dealt with for the most part. And then we need one of the neighbouring ones, call it. I was hoping we could I'll have to find that later. For now, let's take browse. And again, not enough. To go and check to see if we have more. We'll need to swap some of these out for powered rails to make sure that we can power things. bunch more of those. I think we might actually have a good supply of those in our redstone chest over here. Actually, not as many as I was hoping. We have a lot more power rails though. Hopefully this will be enough. Finish things off here. Okay, that will do for now. Okay, so we want a block and a lever. Yeah, we want powered rails. So we can fill that up. Let's now take some fuel and see if this will evenly distribute the fuel across. We need to fix the fuel core as it's picked up that there is a change in the level of fuel, but not the. So that's been allowed to go. That is currently okay, so this can come out. We want it to go detect when the level drops too low and then send out the. Okay, so that made it all the way across and back. I'm guessing these. Okay, so this one didn't get the fuel. I think probably need to pre-fuel these. Goes across. That is all of our wood so far, but we'll get some more from storage over here. Actually, we can hit the bulk storage down here instead. It's probably closer. So if we head out here, yeah. Okay, that should see us in a good spot. This into wood. Okay. Take this, we'll continue pre-filling. It doesn't seem to be the most even, so I think I need some more powered rails in to ensure that the distribution is even across. we'll continue to try and preload as much of this as possible, just so that it's less work for our little minecart setup. Otherwise, this is likely to take forever. Okay, that has run out. Is that? Let's grab some more of the bamboo. There is a little bamboo farm working away at producing more. Eventually, that will be all of the output from that will be coming down into these chests and then being sent up here for smelting. Here we go. I swear the bamboo looks green when it's in my hand. Let's keep the filling going. Let's grab some more. This is going to hold a lot of fuel. I'm starting to realise. Okay, so okay, let's put these in, and then we can we'll put these in the chest up there, and then we'll move on with stuff. Come on, I wanna. Feels like it definitely needs. So we did get something. Yeah, it's slowly filling that one up. That kind of works in our favour, I guess, because we kind of want this one to be the slowest filling of all of them, because this is the one we're reading off to get our, do we have enough fuel yet, reading. So the next thing we want is we want a mechanism where the chest minecart with chest will come along here. Sorry, there is an obnoxious helicopter outside my window. Oops, no, where did that go? Yeah. Okay. So we want no. Goes there. hate rails. I hate them so much. Why? Why? Just why? Okay. So what we need here is what we need here is for the cart to then return at this level. So we want to come down, turn the corner. So we're going to have to go up at that level. Then that goes there. Every single time. Okay, so we can power there. I'll give it a good boost that way. I think if we put a block there, well, we'll figure out the powering for that bit later. Spawn proofed? Yes. I was thinking sending this back along the middle here, but I think instead we can come up here. nice to be able to get it above. Would have been nice to have been able to get it up to the same level as that from here, but no, we can send it back down the middle. Ah. Okay, need to stop falling off things. So eventually we'll send the cart back this way, and then we'll just bring it up and drop it down here so it then shushes back in. And then our cart this end will bring back along the top of the other rails. Do we have any more smooth stone slabs? We're going to bring it back along the top and drop it in. Drop it down at the start again, so that way we distribute along from right to left on the front, and then right to left on the back as well. That means that if we put in, say, a stack, if we put in, say, 32 items, we're going to use 2 fuel from the start, but not from the end. Yeah, and that will mean that the chest that we're reading our fuel levels out of will always be the one with the least amount of fuel in, or one with one of the least amount of fuel items in. Oh, we need the rails. So I wonder if something like that, and then so this will come along here, come up, curve, drop down there, and then it should jump back into its hole. We're going to need a lot more rails. We'll run the powered rails along this side as far as it'll go. maybe we'll run the power rails all the way along here actually, so that we get a good amount of oomph way back. Speed things up. And we'll just need to find a spot to cleanly power them. Again, we should be able to go on there. Powder rails along here. Back out of these and clear the make sure the fuel line isn't blocked by it on by not rails and stones, because I feel like we've had a bunch of stuff go in along here now. So this will come along here, dump, and back along there. So now we need to sort out some powering. Let's grab some levers. Because we need to make sure we power these rails without actually powering any of the hoppers, which means we can't really power anything below. But how far does power run from next to it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we put that there and then a lever, side there, that then powers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. there. That's about most of the way. Something about there. Okay, that's giving us power all the way along here. Where is about halfway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so alright, so that is about halfway along. I think what I'm going to do is put a powered rail in there as well. And then we need to need to slab off these blocks here, so they're not spawnable. Okay, so we need to make sure these are all empty, but once this is now fueled, it should be functional. I think. Oh no, we're missing. Okay, we're missing a few powerings of rails over here. No, that's not going to work. So we can put block there. Lever there. There's we probably need to figure a bit of powering for some of this as well. Maybe powering one of the rails along this side. But oh, hang on. This is now trying to pull more fuel up. Let's check if our fuel supply mechanism works. That should mean that okay, so yes, so there's no fuel left in there. So that's now calling for further supplies, which will come from here. So if we grab this and load up those hoppers, Oh. Okay, is it getting... Ah, it's getting filled up here. It's going faster than... Okay. So this is... So it's okay. This is going too quick. It's not. It's not able to register the unpowering. And that then, wait. Right, this is okay. That bit's not correct at the moment, but okay. What are we going to do about this bit? So it was when this is active, this doesn't ever untrigger, but this one is. If I if I set this up facing each other, so is that okay? So that's slowing off. But anything that comes into here gets pushed upwards. Yes, we have. Okay, yes. So I think what we need is a target block. And then we'll put the clock above the target block. So if we have a target block there. Oh. I need more observers. Yeah, and there we go. Like that. Clear out these ones. Put another observer there. Then when this is active, it's getting pushed up. Oh, crap. Where did you come from? We have a spawnable block over here. Thank God that wasn't a creeper. But we're gonna have to go get a slab now. Okay, that was not good. Do we have any other mobs? Please, no. Okay, nothing there. Nothing underground. No. Okay, let's put that back to a regular block, and then we need to try and adjust up here a bit. That one's going to turn off at times. So, um, yeah, I think ideally we want to compare it here. There's then some other input. But I think this should now run until how? Okay, that's still not running quick enough. Okay, I have an idea. Starts with taking these out. Actually, that one as well, and we move it along. Actually, we'll take the ice out as well until we need it. So we can actually get into these. So what we need is another dropper. Placing it up into that. We then have a crafter, no, other way around. No. Okay, so we need this to face into the bottom dropper. Why? Okay, let's have that back. I'll run the iron salt. That way we don't get anything in there. Then, in theory, if we run a comparator out of here into a copper bulb, no, if we put a copper bulb there, how are we going to squeeze the redstone in? So we need. Could have a copper bulb here, but then how would I read the signal off? For now, I think I need to go make the bulb. So let's head back to spawn, as I think I'm going to need blaze rods and copper, which should both be over there. Do we have any copper? We did have some from drowning. We might not actually have any. Okay, so we don't have any copper handy. Let's where's my bed? Okay, let's sleep, and then we're going to run over to the troll chamber Let's take a bed with us just in case we need to sleep, because we're going to be up near phantom level. So we head up to the top here. Going through here. Yeah, we have had copper because we made the lining rod with it, but obviously got the 3 ingots and cut my losses, because the way in which we can get it is to flood the bottom of our mob farm and convert the zombies there into drowns, and then turn those then basically by killing those drowns we have a chance of copper drop. That's not a viable long-term solution, but it was what we were doing until now. It's been so long since we've been out here, we don't even have it. Rendered in. Okay, there is our trial chamber. No, this way is just to the ancient city. We need to go up and then across. Running along these paths brings back some memories. It's been quite a while since we were doing all of this for resources to get ourselves going initially. We just had our tiny island, and then look at what we have now. It's like this one is slowly coming along. Like an absolutely huge. This is going to be an absolutely huge area for us to work with. Oh, thanks for joining, model. We probably won't be much longer anyway, so have a safe journey home. Yes, I remember taking this on for the first time. We came over in our iron gear. Okay, so there we go. That's all we need. We still have so much stuff. We should come back and do an ominous trial, because I said when we first came over here, we were in our iron gear. We were like so weak. And now we have near fully enchanted diamond gear. So we could probably come across, we could do another sweep of the chamber in ominous mode at some point maybe. And see how we get on there. Maybe we get ourselves a mace, which is probably not the most useful things to have in Skyblock, to be honest. But if this was a SMP, then maybe a mace would be fun. But yeah, when it's just us here, then we don't really have that many opportunities for a mace, to be honest. We could maybe set something up for macing wardens or something, but something else we can do is potentially tear that trial chamber down at some point and use that as a initial supply for copper and tough bricks. Once we've exhausted all the vaults and stuff in there, then there's not really that much use for it. Maybe we'll keep the breeze spawners active there. Do something with that, but yeah, the rest is not all that useful to us. Let's put that bed back. Munch our pork chops, and we'll head back to the desert with this bulb. Which way are we going? This way. Copper bulb in hand. Let's grab some components to see if we can get this thing powering at half speed. So we need comparator, some blocks, take some dust, PR, observer. Yes, I see what we can do. So we can put observer looking at that into this. Well, the copper bulb sounds really cool. Run that into there. So this should now be running at half the speed of the droppers. So then we put a hopper back in. Oh, that does sound so. That sounds so cool. So this should be putting. Okay, so it's not backing up. We're gonna. this is fine to back up. Okay, so we have a constant stream of wood coming up here now. Question is, when will it send the signal down to say it's got enough? Is that going to function properly now, given the changes that we made? Wood as we can carry, and then we'll go fill the chest upstairs up. See if it suspends the request for more wood. Oh. So now we've got this. Okay, still nothing. Fill that up. It's still summoning fuel. Okay, and then once it's full, system stops. Oh. Maybe that is a better. Yeah, so it starts requesting. And it stops once it gets to. Okay, so it stops once it gets to about 4.5 stacks. Sorry, 3.5 stacks missing. But that seems to be calling for fuel correctly. Okay, won't release that when there's not enough fuel. Just going to wait until this has at least 2 stacks. Eventually that will fill up. Oh, damn it. I just broke a red... Oh, okay, I broke some redstone dust. Oh. Important redstone dust. Okay, what I wanted to do though was send this on its way and see how it flows. Okay, so it comes along there, drops down. Okay, so that didn't work quite as planned. This is while we test. Let's just send it from here again. It zooms back along there. Okay, no, that's going too slowly, so seems we're going to need to power something over here. We're going to need some sort of powerage over here to give the minecart a bit more of an oomph. So if we go for powder out a lever and some slabs, no, those aren't slabs, some blocks as well because we need to put her up a bit. Where can we squeeze one in over here? The obvious thing is we take this out, put a powder out in there, tilt it upwards. Oh. And what is behind? Okay, that should be okay if we power there. That does not power that. we put the lever here, that is enabled, that's enabled. Okay. So our cart comes along there. Okay, flies back along this side. Okay, it almost makes it. Ah, okay, no, this is an unpowered powered route, that's why. So what if we get to here, take that out. No. I've got nowhere to power it from. If we power that, no. Can't power this one because that will power this hopper. Can't power this block because that will block that hopper. Do we have the momentum? Oh. To get around here without a powered rail. This gets sent all the way down there. Drops down. Makes it across. Okay, yes. Next question is, does that make it back? And end up back in its slot? It does. Okay. So let's give this one more try. Off it goes. Down that way, disputing our items, up around, back along the top, drops down, goes back along there. Should be coming around the corner. Yep, comes back along here, drops down there and back into its slot to get loaded again. So we've now got our setup here. We know it can distribute the items. We might have to do a little bit of tweaking in the future if it's not distributing them evenly. It's always going to pull more fuel from this chest than any of the others, which is what our setups basically tells it to cut off to stop smelting if we don't have enough fuel in that chest. We have our fuel. We have it set up so that it can request fuel from our stash down below, and we can just, well, we've got 3 chests here. We can expand this to more if we need to. We'll extend the ice path down so that it gets down to here, brings it back across this way. Need to put a sea, as I said, we need to put a sea pickle in here so that it will push things that way along this edge. But yeah, I think this is a good start. So I will, and then next week we can have a look at making this pretty, because it needs to tie in with other architecture around here. So it's all to be sandstone and red sandstone, and we're gonna have to figure out how we make that fancy, how we make our input and output work. But no, all in all, I think this come out quite nicely. We need to make sure all of these are fueled. We don't have any random items in the hoppers or chests. That's another job. But yeah, I think, and then we'll probably enclose the furnaces and the path here with the minecart in glass, so we can actually see that movement, and then we'll fill in the rest to make it more like our smelters. We'll have to try and figure out a nice design for it as we go, I guess. But yeah, all in all, I'm happy with this now. We're gonna have a pretty nice little setup here, and this should take care of all of our smelting needs in this world for forevermore, hopefully. And we can go tear down the little smelter over there and the even worse one back at spawn. But yeah, I'm looking forward to needing like some glass just running over, throwing a bunch of sand in here, and then it will just start popping in a stack at a time down at the bottom. So I think that is most of our. I think that's most of our smelter done now. This is it. This is. So as I said, all we need to do is aesthetics. If you want to see that, drop a sub on the channel, and you'll get a notification for the same time next week. If you have enjoyed the video or the stream, then give the video a like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.